At 43 years old, William Dunkle brings decades of fight experience into the ring at Caldwell Fight Night 3. A veteran of MMA and bare-knuckle boxing under his belt, with battles against names like Sawyer Deepy, Blake Davis, and Josh Toboa Bateman, Dunkle now looks to leave his mark in the boxing world. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got it. Hey, so you've fought across MMA, bare-knuckle, and now boxing. At 43 years old, what keeps you feeling the competitive fire?
You know, the fact that I've been doing this for a little while. I got into this when I was about 32 years old, so I still feel young in like combat sports. I'm not worn out and beat up like somebody who has 20 fights under them or anything, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say that, and taking care of my body has led to me being able to compete at a high level.
Yeah. So it reminds me of guys like Gennady Golovkin, Deontay Wilder.
They took care of themselves.
Yeah, they got a late start, but they took care of themselves.
Yeah, late starts. Yeah, okay. For sure.
Yeah, so at this stage, you don't feel like necessarily it's a hindrance to you at all?
Nah, I'm not. Like, retirement isn't in my mind, man. Sure. If I can be healthy, I'll be doing this till I'm 50.
It's just in you.
Yeah. This is my hunting, my fishing, my this is what I do. I go after professional men and I test my limits, and that's what I want my legacy to be to my kids. And what my coach taught me.
Yeah, that's awesome. You face some tough names in MMA, right? Like Josh Bateman, Steven Razor Sharp. Which of those MMA bouts taught you some of the biggest lessons to date?
In every MMA fight, in any fight, you're going to learn something. You're going to get a lesson out of it, right? And I feel like you can't be a better fighter unless you learn certain lessons. Like, you have to learn these lessons. And if you don't know those lessons, then you're going to learn them at one point or another, Yeah. Like everybody, I was undefeated for a long time, and I had to taste defeat and recover from that and say, that's not my identity. I'm gonna go after it again and again, and tasting wins and tasting battles and flying into other states and being the bad guy has
the underdog.
Yeah, it gives me energy to know that everybody's against me. It's only me and my coach going into the belly of the beast of the worst fighting state you could go to as an opponent. And it's me against the referees, the judges, the fighting promotion, you name it. And we've pulled so many wins out of the hat, and it's all thanks to what my coach taught me.
What's something you just said a minute ago about coming back from a loss after you've had a winning streak? You got the experience to have gone through that and experience what it takes to, I don't know if you want to call it bounce back, but have the mental fortitude to continue having a passion for what you're doing. Where does that come from?
I would have to say that my mom raised me, and she raised me to be a tough kid at a really young age. And I've always had it in me to not quit. And I think my mom gave me that,
Yeah. Props to your mom. She taught you how to endure.
Just, all the struggles. Me seeing her struggle made me grow up real quick. And I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind getting a job really young and helping out with giving my mom a whole check.
I could tell you have an affinity for your mom.
Oh, yeah.
She holds a dear spot to you. Talk to me about how she supported you in this walk of doing something that could scare most of us.
I grew up poor. My mom took out so many layaways so we could go to school, and look clean,
Yeah.
And to this day, I love her for it, and I never forget it. And all these little things, all the little food, everything,
Yeah.
Super humble on that subject for sure.
Absolutely. I appreciate you sharing that. One of the other things that is very unique to you as part of the fight card itself is the fact that you also have a background in bare-knuckle boxing. And I tend to think of that as almost the next level of crazy.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about that particular lane of the fight game. And what led you to do that? What led you to jump into that lane as well?
You know what? I started my career here in 2013, 2012, coach?
Yeah.
2012. I started my career here, and as an amateur, I must have knocked out so many guys in a row that I wasn't getting no experience. We literally were like 9-0, nobody to fight. And, so going on to the next level and not being tested right away in different avenues is again a lesson, man. So again, in the BKFC, like I cannot describe what it feels like to really fight somebody who knows what they're doing in bare knuckle boxing. It is insane, and you just can't get hit. It's like hit and don't get hit is the name of the game for real. And I had to go against really high level competition for me to understand, hey, there's dogs like me out there too, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So respect to the dudes that I fought. I always want rematches, and I'm looking to get a bare knuckle fight probably right after this fight, and it's just, it's boxing. It's boxing, it's the original form of boxing.
So yeah,
it's back in the day, it's back. I think it's one of the hottest sports out there, and everybody wants to watch it. Grandmas are watching it. They might not understand MMA too much, but bare knuckle boxing, everybody understands, brother.
So I take it as it's kind of another way for you to challenge yourself with a sport that is a science, and you have to know what you're doing, but almost to another degree when it comes to having next to nothing on your fists.
Yeah, brother, it's a whole different ball game because you punch different. You're punching different. You can't throw certain punches with no gloves on.
Right.
Yeah, you're punching, you can clench, you know what I'm saying? And it's really a game of don't get hit.
Yeah. Which brings me to the fact that, I've been able to watch a little bit of you as well, and I think you got some pretty good head movement as well, some good feet. Like, what would you say are some of the things that give you an edge when it comes to the typical opponent that you face?
I honestly think that I have a dog in me, and boxing is a sport where it's not like MMA. There's no grabbing my legs, submitting me, choking me. Like, it's a dog sport. It's really gonna show the dog that I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of fight that I wanted in the BKFC. But I went up in divisions. And I fought some boogeymen that nobody wanted to fight. And I'm gonna get a couple more bare knuckle fights, because that's all I need is get a couple more wins, and I can get right back into the BKFC like that. And I would like to just be there, honestly.
So that's your goal.
Yeah.
Is ultimately get back.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. That's some big aspirations.
Yeah, it's super violent and it's right up my alley. But I'm not into taking punishment.
Sure.
Don't think that I'm like looking for punishment. I'm looking to deliver the punishment. Sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Sure.
But you learn. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn from people you fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the experience I got from fighting those high-level dudes has changed a lot for me. Has changed my mentality, has humbled me, has made me become a better guy, has made me not want to quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Elaborate on that for me a little bit. So the struggles that you had to overcome, the challenges of facing higher competition, of battling the naysayers, of going against the grain with what somebody may say that they're going to dismiss you or count you out for XYZ, and you persevering has now challenged you, right, mentally, and changed you as a man. You said it's made you better as a person. Keep talking about that for me if you could. Explain that.
Well, basically, brother, it's like what doesn't kill you is gonna make you stronger, So in this combat game, I have been the hammer and I have been a nail. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. So as a fighter, you need to have a short memory. You need to jump back on the bike. And if you're at a spot where like you can't compete no more, people will let you know. Ain't nobody fucking telling me that. You know? So I'm only gonna get better and better the more time that I'm in the gym. And we're gonna put that on display. I can only show everybody what my coaches taught me. There's only so much talking I can do about it.
For a lot of people that may be watching this, I'd say even a younger audience, I was checking out some of the content that we had shared recently, and I was getting a feel for some of the audience that was peeking at it. And, you know, I think fighting, a lot of people that are in their younger years, they're attracted to it, right? It's an exciting sport across the gamut, whether you're talking about, you know, bare knuckle, MMA, boxing, etc. But there's a lot of people that would look to what you're doing and they might want to espouse to do that one day as well. Like, you've already laid down a lot of groundwork, which I think is phenomenal for somebody that's coming through the ranks and trying to figure out, hey, how do you push through certain scenarios and whatnot. But for somebody that's, you know, early stages, maybe their background is just wrestling right now in middle school, and they're looking at this stuff as something that they want to end up doing one day and pushing their competitiveness to a new level. What kind of wisdom would you impart to somebody like that in order to stay focused and go to that direction?
It's all about discipline, brother. It's not about how you feel. Your feelings will change every day. Your goals won't. If you just work on your goals every day, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on in your life, you can go run, you can go do some push-ups where you're at. You can do something to get better that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's all about, is making little improvements like that every day. And even if you're sad, even if whatever it is, the gym, boxing, combat sports have saved so many lives. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, so many people come into fighting gyms and they have no self-esteem or they have issues where they don't want to be here no more.
Right.
And fighting will save them, bro. Training will save them. People need this.
That's what I was going to ask you next, is how has the combat game saved you? And
well, I don't need no therapy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is my therapy. I'm going to come here. I'm going to punch bags. I'm going to sweat. I'm going to go to the gym after this. And, you know, and tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing over and over and over. Why? Because I'm working on my goals. What's my goal? To make people respect my gym's name. To make people respect my coach, respect my team. That's my goal.
Yeah.
We're trying to put the fear of God in you. You know, so we have to go out there and perform and do what we need to do.
Yeah, I feel you. What would you say has been the significance of your coach's presence in your life? I mean, I hear you talk about him quite a bit, so I know that he's had an impact on your life. But what would you say?
Well, when I came to Idaho in 2012, I went to a couple gyms, and basically they were like, well, how old are you? And I told them, oh, well, I'm 31, you know, whatever, you know. And they're just laughed at me. Just laughed at me, told me it's too late for you. And coach was the only man that told me, oh, you want to fight? Okay, let's go, let's train.
So he believed in you, gave you a chance. Yeah, that's huge. I could tell that's impactful for you, that he took a chance on you, that he believed in you, that he saw something great in you that maybe you didn't see in yourself, and here you are today, right?
Yeah, praise God.
Yeah, that's huge. I'd like to bring in your coach if I could. So Coach Johnny Perez.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I hear one of your students right here. He talks very, very highly of you, and one of the things he just mentioned, obviously, that has been super impactful in his life has been around the fact that you gave him a chance when nobody else would.
Right.
I think the moniker is very well fitting for you of 208 underdog. And here you are, years later. What was it about him that said, hey, let's give this cat a shot?
Well, for one, it's every single individual that comes to my gym is everybody has talent, just need to bring it out. And with him, I knew he had two beautiful things. One is he had talent, but the other one is he had the fire in him. to where I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
we're going to do this. We're going to train you. But then it was perfect because then we were able to get all the aptitudes to definitely be able to focus on timing, technique, and all the entire things that you need for boxing.
Wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you can hit a bag 1,000 times, I'm going to hit you back.
Sure.
So day one, I'm like, all right, you want to box? We're going to box. And it's about learning how to throw the punch, how to take a punch, when to do it, when to move. And his timing from get-go was impeccable. Out of the entire gym, I mean, everybody was so proud of him because that's what stood out, was his timing and control. To where when he took his first fight, boom, knockout. Another one, timed it, knockout. To where I'm like, all right, now I knew that he had the control to literally utilize all that fire. But then on the flip side, which is great, is he was willing to learn. Because of course, mixed martial arts at the time, you got to know everything.
Yeah.
So we trained everything. But of course, his stand-up has always been superior. Well, it was great because I'm like, I found the best professional fighter for him to face going as a pro. I'm not joking. I had his teammates, I had other coaches asking me like, are you sure about this? Why would you do this? I put him against one of the best grapplers in Utah. The guy trained with the UFC fighters. And I said, no, trust me, he's got this. We trained our ground, we trained our striking. And sure enough, we knew it was going to happen. The guy took him down. I had will control, relax, exploded, got out. Once he stood up, as soon as he seen the opportunity, boom, knocked him out.
Wow.
And I knew he would do it. You know, and that's, I know what he has and I know the abilities he has. And that's why the mindset is too strong. And his physique takes care of it every day. So definitely, I mean, I'm looking forward to his fight. Because one thing that I have been working on is letting his hands go. He's already a deadly weapon with his timing. But now, being able to really establish and let those hands go, it's going to be a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. You know, well, let me ask you, how long have you been coaching for?
I've been actually coaching for 21 years this October.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, what you said earlier reminds me of something. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but it says a man's heart is a deep well, and a man of understanding can draw it out.
Right.
So it's you being able to see the potential in someone and being able to draw that out, and you happen to do that through the sport of combat sports.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's one thing. I mean, I have a passion for it, doing this so long, but one thing is throughout the years, not only having experienced so many different coaches and being able to understand it, it's one thing that I bring to it. It's I'm not one-sided, to where when somebody comes to me, that's one thing I take pride in. You come to my gym, every single fighter fights different. Everyone. It's not a regular karate dojo or regular traditional boxing gym where everybody does the same thing. Everybody in here moves and fights different because I pull that fighter out of them and I'm like, we're going to make it work. If you're flat-footed, I'm going to make it work. If you bounce, I'll make it work. You know?
That's very insightful. Yeah, because everybody is unique. And so you see it within the structure, if you would, or paradigm of a sport, and you tailor it accordingly.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. What are some of the biggest lessons that you've taken away as a coach, and how have you been impacted as a person?
Oh, it's impacted me tremendously. That's why I still have such a passion for it. Not only to see every individual succeed, but I mean in a professional status, like really big, but at the same aspect in life, and to where we really bring the family atmosphere to where we lean on each other, to and we're there for each other, whether somebody's having a hard time. It's a struggle where it's not just boxing, it's not just MMA. Literally, it's a family.
Yeah.
And that's what we bring to it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Looking forward to seeing you September 27th, William. Thank you, Johnny.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
You got it.